Oh, I don't really know what to say. I've literally just got back from holiday. I haven't played Football Manager for 2 weeks, and as a result of that, we can't win a single game of football. Hello, welcome to part 11 of Home Park Heroes, and coming up in today's episode, we do have our final League One fixtures of the season against Mansfield and Bradford, where we need to win those both to get into the playoffs. Otherwise, it's going to be another season in League One, which I don't want to happen because prior to the last episode, we were actually in some decent form, or maybe it was dropping a little bit, but primarily we were in a very decent position. But since then, the last episode, I believe the last episode was Burton and Doncaster. It might have been Wimbledon and Burton, but Burton was certainly in the last episode, which we did win it. Since then, we haven't won a single game of football, apart from Huddersfield. Apart from that game, that's the only game of football we've won. And this form is sort of, I think Lincoln was the first game I played since coming back from holiday, which was 2 days ago for you, 1 day ago for me, or literally early hours of this morning. So yeah, form has been pretty bad, and I'm not looking forward to it because this is the league table with 2 games left to go. We are currently 1 point behind Portsmouth, but judging by the way our form has been, I'm not holding out much hope to getting into the playoffs. But if we can get there, we'll get there. But we're literally only going to finish seventh because realistically, Lincoln, they're 5 points behind us. They're not going to catch us anytime soon unless we lose both of these games. So hopefully we can win one game. I don't know who Portsmouth have got. Who do they have? They're in some pretty decent form. Where they've got Swindon and Port Vale. I mean, where are they? Where are they in the table? Swindon and Port Vale. Obviously, we've got Bradford and Mansfield, so they're two low tables, so two lower league teams. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we do get into the playoffs. So this is the lineup for our match against Mansfield. It will be Proctor in goal, a back four, Nerville, Ross, Forbes, and Galloway. Ibrahim and Baidu and Boateng in the midfield. Then we've got Wadham on the right, Silvera on the left. Then we've got Tollard up front. And another thing of this bad form has sort of coincided with Proctor being out with quite a few months. He was out with 2 months with a badly fractured arm. Also, at the same time, Bella Capic was also injured with, I think, a lower back stress fracture. So he was out for 6 weeks. So there was a period of time where we had to play our under 18s goalkeeper Quadsito. So yeah, it wasn't a fun time whilst both goalkeepers injured. I thought we could potentially have brought in a emergency goalkeeper, which apparently you can't do that on this game, which I'm sure you could do that in real life, which is thoroughly frustrating because if that was the case, I would definitely bring in the emergency goalkeeper, but that just wasn't possible for some bizarre reason, which I thought you could have done that on previous versions of FM, but for some reason on this year you can't actually do it. Noyle has got the ball. Can we hopefully try and stop this from going in? But thankfully, his shot is well over the top of the crossbar. Obviously, we will keep an eye out on the Portsmouth score as well. But as long as we get the win, the Portsmouth score pretty much irrelevant. Obviously, if they start losing, then we start winning. That would be very, very good. If we do find ourselves in the position of us going into the final game of the season in the playoffs, that would be good. Obviously, if we don't, if we're not in there by the end of this game, yeah, it's going to be a lot more challenging in the next game, which we have to get 2 wins today. Otherwise, chances of us making the playoffs. I had hoped this season would be our promotion season, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Where are Portsmouth plays Swindon at the moment, still goalless. Obviously, it's still goalless here, but we have had 8 shots, 2 on target, so it is very, very good in terms of what we need to do. Try and get shots on goal, and hopefully try and put one into the back of the net in the first half, which we do have 15 minutes left to go. There's not been very much action in the first half, but hopefully we can try and get a little bit closer to scoring that opening goal of the game. I know playing Wadham probably isn't the best idea, certainly in this scenario. If we had already secured a playoff spot, yeah, by all means play him. But I think obviously Mansfield, where they are in the table, I think we could have that little bit of a risk. As Silvera has put the ball into the back of it to make it 1-0 to Plymouth, and that should be us at the moment in the 6th spot, and we're not now because Portsmouth are 1-0 up against Swindon, and quite frankly, if they keep on winning, it doesn't really matter what we do unless we can catch the team in 5th, depending on who that is. I haven't quite looked that far up the league table. I only saw we were 1 point behind Portsmouth. I'm not sure how many points behind we were against the team that are occupying the 5th spot or 6th spot, depending on what the league table looks like. I think 3rd and 4th have definitely got their spots all wrapped up. I think it's just 2 other teams that are waiting to find out who it gets, which I'm sure it's going to be decided in the final game of the season. Silvera, I don't know if that was a pass to Tolaj. I presume it was, but Tolaj needs to wake up because he's not been great the past 9-10 games which we haven't won. Tolaj with the free kick. I think that was going straight into the top right corner, but that is a good save from the Mansfield goalkeeper. Portsmouth 2-0 up against Southampton. We just need to pray and hope they bottle it against Port Vale, which I know Port Vale are a decent team. I don't think they're in the bottom half of the table. I think they're sort of a mid to top half of the table. Nerville has got the ball now to Baidu. A second goal would do us some more good. I think he clips the top of the crossbar. That was very, very close indeed. We've got 2 minutes of additional time. Obviously, the 1-goal lead at the moment headed into the halftime break. A 2-goal lead would be very, very good, but I don't think we're going to get that goal this half. We might do if we can get the ball here. Blake Tracy whips upfield down to Huggins, who we were looking to sign in the summer, but we just couldn't quite, just didn't have the money to sign him, even though he was a free transfer. We just couldn't quite afford his wages. And Tolaj very nearly doubles the lead, but he unfortunately hits the post. It does fall to Nerville, who crosses it in. Silvera was looking at the back post, but he couldn't quite. The ball didn't quite fall to him. And now Boateng, Nerville, second time lucky with the cross. Now to Wadham. This is looking very, very good indeed. Come on, just somebody put the ball into the box. Have the shot, please. And Noyle does get the ball. Hopefully that's the last bit of action. And yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about too much of Mansfield. Hopefully not going on the break and scoring a equaliser. But do see now to Blake Tracy. Can we just try and just keep them at bay until the halftime whistle? That would be good, because if we can see the goal here, that's not going to be great. And Proctor with a very relatively easy catch, who does just launch the ball upfield, and there we go. We do go into the halftime break with the 1-0 advantage. So that is very, very good heading into this very important second half, which we do need to get a couple goals. In terms of I don't know what our goal difference is looking like. Wadham with the cross. Come on, he gets the ball back. Wadham again. Come on, Nerville. Come on, just somebody get the ball into the box. Just put it across goal, or just try and get the corner. Wadham. Come on, this is looking very good. And Michael Baidu has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0. This is looking very, very good. I still don't know what the league table is looking like, so let's take a look at that. So we are currently, we're not going to catch Bolton unless they, I don't know what are Bolton. Bolton are winning against Lincoln. Obviously, Lincoln just below us. They're definitely not going to catch us unless we kind of almost need Lincoln to win, or at least get a draw. No, I think a win would be a better result for us, but I don't think it's going to happen. Swindon have got a goal back against Portsmouth, but I think it's probably going to have to wait until the final game of the season. Tolaj is going to make way for Peppel. Galloway also makes way for Maxwell. I think that'll probably be the only changes we shall do for now. But we have played very well this game. Created a lot of chances, 25 shots 8 on target. But hopefully there's more good news to come, where hopefully Swindon can get the equaliser against Portsmouth, which will put us into that sixth and final playoff spot, which would be very, very good, because I want to get promoted this year, but it's just been unlucky. I feel like it's hard coded into the game, where if you don't play Football Manager for so long, which in this case I haven't played it for about like 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks, and as a result of that, our form has just been absolutely dire. It's just been so frustrating, because there's been games where we played really well, but just couldn't quite put the ball into the back of the net. There was a few 0-0 draws in there, but we just weren't looking like scoring. Wiradou's going to make way for Baidu, and I think Silvera also makes way for Tegan, who has been progressing really nicely. But a third season, the second season in League One for him wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But in terms of getting Plymouth to the Premier League or to the Championship, isn't great. Wiradou has got the ball, and now we look to go on the attack. That's just useless. Wiradou's definitely, I think, regardless of what league we're in, I think he's done at the end of his season. Victor Ademiacho does put the ball into the back of the net to make it just one goal now. The lead is down to one goal, so I'm not nervous, but obviously if we do concede an equaliser, which we have, we might as well kiss our chances of getting into the playoffs bye-bye. But that is just, that's very frustrating. Very frustrating indeed. And now yeah. I'm not happy with this. Not happy with this performance at all. Because, look at the stats. Look at it. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. Obviously, we are still 3 points behind. There is still a chance we can get into the playoffs, but it's a very slim one. I don't know what the goal difference is looking like. We've got the better goal difference, but if Port Vale can somehow beat Portsmouth, that would be very, very good. But yeah, that's not a great result. If we had won that, yeah, it would have done us a lot of good. But yeah, it's just not looking good. But hopefully a win against Bradford, and we should be in the playoffs. The lineup for our match against Bradford will be Proctor in goal, back four of Heriton at right back, the centre back partnership of Ross and Galloway and Leon on the left. Then we've got Ibrahim at the base of the midfield, and ahead of him we've got Baidu and Belarus. Then we've got Silvera on the right, Pox and Sue on the left. Then we've got Pepper up front. Unfortunately, we are going into the match with 3 injured players. Those are Wiradou's only going to be out for a few days. Tollage out for a little bit longer, for 2 weeks, and Boateng's going to be out for 2 weeks as well. So a little bit unlucky to be missing. It's really only Tollage. Boateng's decent, but it's still relatively young and has got decent potential. But we need to win this game, lads, and just hope to God Port Vale somehow pull off a miracle win against Portsmouth. A draw isn't any good to us. We need to win. Port Vale need to beat Portsmouth. That's the results that need to happen. If anything else happens, whether that's we win, Portsmouth win, it doesn't really matter. We need to win and hope to God Portsmouth lose against Port Vale. And obviously, if we don't pick up the 3 points, it's not really worth any trying. And we will be going into next season still in League One and a full summer. I think very much a full rebuild, not a full rebuild, but just definitely getting some better players, because the players we've got, some of them are decent, but some of them, not anywhere near the standard of players that I would personally would like. But obviously signing championship quality players for League One, not ideal. Heriton, Leon has got the ball. He has the strike, and that was very close to finding the top right corner, but very, very unlucky. I will be keeping a very good eye on the Port Vale scoreline. Obviously, it doesn't really matter what they do, as long as when we get the first goal of the game, which hopefully should be now, that result will become very important. But hopefully, just for this game, I am a Port Vale fan as well. Parks and Sue with the strike, and now we nearly found the top right corner. I think that was a save, and came. I don't know if that came off the top of the crossbar as well, but it was a very good save from the Bradford goalkeeper. But hopefully we can keep having shots like that. And hopefully, just maybe one of those goal shots will find itself in the back of the net, which we do have 20 minutes left to go of the first half. We are creating a lot of chances. 5 shots, 3 on target. The score for the Portsmouth game still goalless at the moment, but hopefully we can start just putting a little bit of pressure on. Obviously, Silvera has got the ball, and hopefully he can fire off the effort. He does, maybe just a little bit too far out, because that is well over the top of the crossbar, but a very good chance. I mean, probably could have done a little bit better. Possibly should have just passed it instead of having a shot from the edge of the area. But we've got a few minutes left to play of the first half. Still goalless, still goalless at Fratton Park, but hopefully we can definitely get the goal, and hopefully Port Vale can get their goal that we need, and hopefully the next episode should be the playoffs. Obviously, if it's not, it will be the transfer special, which might be a little bit interesting with a third season in League One. I don't know how many more seasons we do of this save if we don't get out of League One. If we're still in League One in 5 seasons, yeah, I don't know what we do then. But I'm sure we will get out of League One at some point, whether that's could be this season, could be next season. Hopefully it's next season. I had hoped it'd be like just get through the first season, all right, then have a little bit of rebuild, then get promoted this season. But hasn't quite worked out like that as I would have expected. Hughes has got the ball. Thankfully, Proctor with the save. I think that shot was initially going off target, but thankfully Proctor does make the save. And Peppel has got the ball. I think Peppel's Plymouth Argyle career probably will be done at the end of this season, because he just hasn't been that great this season until Belarus is going to make way for. We'll get on Caleb Bort. Spider can just go into that central midfielder role. That's all we're going to do for now. 13 minutes left to play. Can we get the winning goal? I don't know what Port Vale are doing. That game is still goalless at the moment. So at the moment, Port Vale aren't doing us any favours at all, because we need to win and they need to win. And it just doesn't matter what happens now, because even if we do get a goal now, it's still not going to be enough to get us in the playoff zones. Heverton has got the corner. He does whip it in. Does through to Parson soon. Now to Caleb Bortz. Really have a shot. Heverton now. Come on. Caleb Bortz. Have a shot. That's a great goal. That is a great goal, but that's only one part of today's game that needs to happen. I was going to say we need to go in the Portsmouth game, but it's gone to the wrong team. It's 1-0 to Portsmouth. Regardless of what happens in this game, it doesn't really seem to have any effect on the league table, unless there's a late twist in the tail, and then 2 late twists in the tails at the Portsmouth game, and we are 2-0 up. It is an own goal by George Goodman. I mean, I'm pleased to have scored a second goal, but yeah, I don't think it might happen. It might happen, because Port Vale have got an equaliser with 5 minutes left to go. Silvera is going to make way for Tegan Finn, and I think Michael Forbes also makes way for Brendan Galloway. Come on, 5 minutes left to go. Come on, Port Vale. Come on, get the second goal we need, and just maybe we might be in the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen, is it? It's not. I don't think it's happened. No, Portsmouth still in the playoffs. That's just, it's frustrating. But if we had beaten Mansfield, if we had just won one more game, if we had beaten Swindon, Bolton, Wickham, any of those games, even Chesterfield, which should have been a winnable game, but we would have been in the playoffs. I don't know what this means in terms of budgets. I don't think it's going to be very, very good, but I think the game's probably broken because it hasn't been open for so long. But yeah, I will see you all in the next episode, where I think we might just have to have a full-on rebuild in the hope we do get promoted to the championship. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for lots more Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.